Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome again to our Coffee and Conversation segment. It's a hybrid meeting.
Yeah.
My name is Craig. I am one of your recovery coaches. And as you can see, we are in a new location of the building of Capital Recovery Center. And so we got something special. I'll let Mike give you the details on that. All right?
Hey, welcome everyone. My name is Mike, one of your grateful recovery coaches. We got a lot in store for y'all today. We're gonna tap into watch some videos of some recovery motivation. All right, we do some recovery motivation.
Oh, recovery motivation.
Yeah, okay. We do some recovery motivation and see what we get from there. All right. So let me share this. Trying to share everything so people can log on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I'm trying to tag, but it's not. All right. I ain't no rookie, but I'll figure it out later.
Gotta get some more help, man.
Gotta get some more help. Get some more help. So, okay, this is what we're going to do today. We're going to show some recovery motivating videos, right? And after these videos are real brief, 10 minutes, 10, 12 minutes, right? After we show the videos, we're going to commentate on the videos. And also, if you have any questions and stuff in the comment section, you can be participating too. And also, if you have some great recovery motivating videos, put the link in the comment section. And that way I can look at it and see. Possibly we might can share it on one of the days that we do.
Oh, you're gonna review it first.
Oh yeah. I ain't no rookie, man. I ain't a novice, brother. I've been doing this for a few years now, man.
Make sure everything.
So we're gonna make sure everything's straight.
Yeah.
So with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and
get right into it.
I'm gonna play this video. Check it out. We're going to come back and then we'll elaborate on it.
I just want to, again, thank everybody for subscribing to my channel. Thank you for the comments and the likes. Today, I want to talk a little bit about finding your way through the darkness in addiction. You know, I have a couple scenarios I would like to use to kind of give you an idea of what it's like being in the darkness. I was in the mountains and took a tour through a cave, and the guide told us that it was 3 guys that had skipped school one day and went into this cave, and they had a lighter to see their way through the cave. And what happened? The lighter ran out of fluid, and they were in pitch black dark. And the reason I can say that because once I did the tour in the cave, they cut the lights off, and I could not even see my hand in front of my face. It was probably the darkest that I ever experienced in my life. I mean, just black as I could ever imagine. And so these guys were trapped in this cave for a period of 3 days. They could not find their way out. And I don't even think they were maybe even 20 feet away from being out, but it was just so dark that you just couldn't see anything. And so one of the guys decided and told the other 2 guys, hey, why don't you just stop for a minute? And they began to listen. And in this cave, there was a water flow in the cave. And so this guy just decided to tell his friends, hey, let's just stop and listen. And what they did, they kind of followed the flow of the water. And that allowed them at some point to see a beacon of light. And because they made their way out. But the point of it is they stop and listen. Because sometimes in addiction, we're in a dark place, and if you can just stop and just listen, Sometimes for myself, I was in a very dark place, and sometimes, and just being honest with you, sometimes when I would run out of money, couldn't find nothing to drink, didn't have money to buy anything to drink. I want to kind of hide somewhere. So I would always go behind my church because I knew, that was a place that I could go. Nobody would see me, and I could just sit there and I would just sit there and so ashamed to come out because I just couldn't deal with, being sober. So a lot of times just sitting back there by myself, hours on end, and I could always just hear and feel that voice inside telling me that this is not the way. This is not the life you want to live. But I would continue to go on and just drink every single day. And I know at least once a week I would end up behind that church trying to hide from everybody. Just the shame and the guilt that I had on myself was more than I could bear. So, but there's always a voice that's gonna, try to steer you in the right direction, because that grip that addiction has on you it's just hard. We all have a void in life that needs to be filled. And we try to fill that void with drugs and alcohol. But it won't work. It just won't work. I tried it for years and years on end. And drugs and alcohol just couldn't fill that emptiness that I had. A void is just an emptiness that needs to be filled. And drugs and alcohol won't fill it for you. It only makes the problem worse. And that's what makes you keep, caught up in addiction, because you just can't, like I said, you're trying to suppress those feelings that you got inside of you, and drugs and alcohol just won't fill it for you. That's why you continue to do it every single day, just trying to fill that void inside. So, you're just searching for just a glimpse of light, just a beacon of light in your life that can just try to steer you in the right direction. I'll give you another scenario. When I was in the military, they sent us through a smoke chamber, and it was about maybe 10 at a time. So I had to grab the guy's hand in front of me, and the person behind me would grab mine. And we're supposed to stay connected until we found our way through the other side, the exit side. So when we went in and they shut the door, it was complete chaos. I mean, the smoke was so thick in this place, I literally thought I was gonna die. I said, Lord, I tell you, this is it. I won't make it out of here. I never experienced anything like that in my life. I'm choking, I can't see, just so thick. So I ended up on the ground inside of this smoke chamber. And through all of that thick smoke, I was able to see just a beacon of light. And I began to crawl, just crawl until I was able to get to the exit. And drugs and alcohol is the same way. You just caught up in that thickness and the darkness of addiction. And you just want so bad just to find just a beacon of light that can guide you and help you in this addiction. You have to have a sense of purpose that there is another way out. I have to listen for it. I have to be able to see it and not just completely just stay in the darkness. Because, addiction, it's only three things that is going to happen: jails, institutions, and death. Those are only three choices you got. So why not get a hold of it now and search for that beacon of light that can give you a way out? addiction is the darkest place that you can ever be in your life. I mean, when I say dark, it's not just the physical darkness. It's the darkness that's on the inside, your heart. And it's not meant for you to live like that. There is no peace. There is no joy. There is no happiness, no nothing, just darkness and emptiness, a void that need to be filled. And I found mine just by, surrendering, waving the white flag. I lost the battle, but the Lord allowed me to win the war. And you're at war every day with addiction, because addiction doesn't go anywhere. Thing of it is you battle. The battle's in the mind. And you have to somehow or another get hold of a solution that can change your life. And I'm not ashamed to tell you that, I asked God for help. I asked him, I'm just tired of living in this darkness. I'm so sick of living in this darkness, and I just want, shine some light in my life. And like I said, it's not the physical darkness. It was just the darkness that was inside, that void that needed to be filled. And his peace and his direction in my life and ordering my steps in life, that I was able to stop, just sit and listen to that voice and take heed to it. And not just to listen, but I took heed to it. That voice is telling me, I'll be with you, I'll help you, I love you. Despite my addiction, I love you. I love you. And when I got a hold of that, man, I'm gonna tell you what, that was my beacon of light, and that's what drove me, and that's what kept me, sustained me, and brought me out of that dark life. That darkness and that life is the most miserable life that you can ever live. I'm so thankful that I don't have that desire today to drink or get high. I'm so thankful for the peace that I have today. There's nothing like that peace. There's nothing like it. But find your light in the darkness. Just find your light in the darkness. And like I said, there's nothing hard about it. Just simply ask. Just simply ask. But the biggest thing for a lot of people that's in addiction, find your light, search for that, even just a glimpse of light, and run to it, and run to it. Run to it and grab a hold of it. Because the things they got out there today, all the drugs that's coming into this country, and I'm telling you, people do not care what they putting in this stuff. You don't know what pill you may take, or what drug you may shoot up, or what that could kill you in an instant. Could kill you in an instant. If that's not a dark place to be, then I don't know what is. Anytime you want to take something that could end your life and you take that risk, that's just being in the darkness. And you're trying to find that light, trying to find your way out. But listen to that voice. If you got a voice telling you to get high, and you got a voice whispering in your ear to go out here and do all these things that can harm other people, harm yourself, there's a voice that's sending you in those directions in life. But there's also another voice. If you're listening for it, take the time to listen to that voice that's telling you, this is not the way. This is not what I had planned for you. I have good things for you. Reach out. Fight.
It's good.
Fight. Like I said, I may have lost the battle of my addiction, but you know what? With God's help, I'm winning the war each and every day. There's no promises. All I have is today, and today I'm sober and clean. That's a miracle. That is a miracle. So I'm telling you, search for the light in the darkness. Listen to that still small voice that's whispering in your ear. It's telling you there is a better way in life. You know, reach out, and just get a hold of that. Just get a hold of that beacon of light. If you search for it, you'll find it. Don't be satisfied with the darkness. Don't be satisfied with the darkness, the emptiness, that void that needs to be filled with something. Find that beacon of light in the darkness. Don't settle for the darkness. Don't settle for the darkness. I hope I was able to bring somebody some experience, strength, and hope today. Listen, and search for that beacon of light in a very dark, dark place. The light is there. The light is there. And with that, you know what I always tell you. You are somebody. You are somebody. And again, I thank you for subscribing. I thank you for your comments and your likes. And we'll be back soon with another video. God bless you. Until we meet again.
Woo! Wait, Mr. Dingle. Man, that Recovery Dan, that video, I want to thank the man for putting out that type of information that's able to help everybody, man. I mean, it's no one thing that I could take apart from there, but we're gonna dive into some of the things that stuck out to us. Yeah. And if you got any comments, it just was a great. He served it up on a plate, man. He made so many great points. And when he was talking about listen to that voice this morning, I was up about 5 o'clock, 5:30. Mm-hmm. That was my devotion, following the voice. Wow. Yo, that's the so. And when he was mentioning following the voice, and then he said another thing about listening. When we are in our dark places in our recovery walks, the best thing we can do is listen. Because sometimes we think we might believe we know everything, but at those moments, we need to find somebody that's able to give us some information that will help us. And all we have to do is actually listen. Mm-hmm. Listen to what the people are trying to say. They're trying to help us. They're trying to help us get out of that darkness. It's a lot of things that he pulled over. I just love it.
Yeah. I like when he talked about listening to that voice, because we always talk about in order to be a good listener, or in order to be a good communicator, you have to be effective as listener.
Yeah.
And so a lot of times, if we're not paying attention, we may miss some things. I know when I went through my recovery process, it was like a light bulb went off when I heard the CRP process of cognitive therapy, you know, and when I heard it, I knew right then and there that message or what was said was meant for me.
It was needed. I needed it. I don't know how many people in the group needed it. But you knew
that was towards me.
That was mine.
That was mine. And I said, wow, that was my turning point for me. And so that was great. And also when you talk about filling the void.
Oh man, that was good, right? You could dig in that. You know, because a lot of times people don't understand. I say it a lot. I tell people that I mentor, I tell people that I counsel or recovery, whatever. Mm-hmm. I always say there's going to be a void. For years, people have been putting things taking things to try to fill the void, but it never satisfies. And then we keep chasing the thing that we try to use to fill the void, and then we realize it never gets filled. So I always tell people you got to find something positive to fill the void. You can fill it with your spiritual development, you can fill it with other things, but you definitely can't just leave it voided. You can't leave it empty.
Yeah.
Because something's going to happen.
And just like, a lot of times I hear you speak about purpose.
Purpose. You gotta find that purpose.
Find your purpose.
Yeah, once you find that.
Absolutely. And so what we do here at Capital Recovery Center, we one of our purpose-driven ways of helping others is to give people some encouraging coping skills, because we're often taught that positive reinforcement something is very much needed to replace negative behaviors.
Yeah, that's awesome. Because and what else? He had said something else when he talked about the void, but he also said that was it's all powerful. Y'all gotta watch it over. Please support that man. His name is Recovery Dan. You gotta check him out. He got a lot of great content on there. But he also said when he was in the army and service that he was going through a little thing, a training, and he had to connect hands with someone.
Right.
And he says, I grabbed somebody from the front and I had to connect hands with somebody from the back. And that just shows you in the recovery process, it's literally the same way. You got to stay connected with someone that's trying to go, watch this, in the same direction. If you connected to someone and they going that way and this person pulling you that, you're going to, sooner or later, you're going to say, hey, man, you going the wrong way.
You're trying to split. Yeah.
You're trying to split me. So you want to have that connection, your recovery, your sponsor, spiritual advisor, your recovery family support. Your family support, your recovery support network. All those people are the people that you got your hand connected to. And he said that they had to stay connected in order for them to get out of this room that they couldn't even see, he said. But the only way they was going to get out if they stayed connected to each other and worked on which way to get out. Then he said so many powerful things, man.
What stood out, not only listen and filling the void, but he also said surrender.
Surrender. How we okay, we wasn't gonna miss that one, huh?
No, we ain't because we always say the first step towards recovery is to admit that we have a problem. And so he said he went to his higher power and he understood that he couldn't do it alone. And so a lot of times change come about when we're not fearful to ask for help.
Yeah, and you got to understand that when we do that, we come to the process of that surrender. It's the start. When you get to that place where I want to surrender from this particular thing to the next, it's the start that you need. You know what I mean, to get on that recovery journey. He's talking about surrender. He talks about staying connected. He talks about listening to the voice. He talked about so many different things. And not only did he talk about them and try to encourage other individuals, he used his own particular life. Yeah. He's not telling you something that he didn't try or didn't have to do. He's telling you something that he actually applied to his own particular struggles, to his own life. And that's why I'm going to just start finding different individuals, because it's good to hear different people's voices and different people's opinions. And his presentation was lovely. I love his presentation. It was calm. I'm real animated. I might jump out the seat of it, but presentation was excellent. His delivery was great. We really appreciate that, man. If y'all got any takeaways, again, leave it in the comment section. Go ahead, Craig, you had something.
The last part when he said, and I believe you posted it across the screen, he said, grab hold to the light.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Right.
Yeah.
So that was, they have a song out, it says, God brought me out of darkness and brought me into his marvelous light.
Yeah.
And that's a gospel song, but that is so powerful that he was able to grab hold not only to the internal life, but the spiritual life finding recovery. So that was
That's powerful. I'm glad you brought that point up. I'm glad it didn't slip into one of our minds. But finding that light is very important. Running after it, running with it, and grabbing it is even better. Because so many, if we're honest, all of us, I have 22 years that I was struggling with drugs, 13 years removed. But during those 22 years, I had a lot of people try to bring me to the light. I heard what I call my spiritual development, God calling me to the light.
Running from it.
But you got it. I ran from it. I didn't run to it. And I definitely didn't, like he said, he grabbed hold of it. Yeah. So you can have this particular person in your life that tries to encourage you, your life, whatever you want, however you want to frame it, right? You got to run to it. And you also have to grab hold of it, meaning embrace it. Change is difficult no matter who you are, male, female, or white, black, whatever, right? Change is difficult across the board. In order for you to truly maximize the lifestyle of change, you have to grab hold of it and just hold on for the ride. Yep. Because a lot of the things that we used to do were bad habits, and we were so conditioned to those bad habits that when you try to change it, like, man, hold on, I don't know if I want to change it. For real, you have to change it. There's no option. It's only, like he said, jails, institutions, or death. Yeah. But it was a great show, man. I really appreciate that. Yeah. Again, man, if y'all got any comments, questions, concerns, criticism, email Craig. Then you can put all your, if you got any videos that are recovery based, send them in the comment section and I'll look at them. And we could possibly feature the people one day.
Yeah, that was great. Because I don't know how often we're gonna do this.
Yeah.
But I believe people need to hear some other information, some other people presentation besides our take on it. And so it's just a hybrid meeting.
Yeah.
So
y'all also can come in.
Yeah.
And join us at the meeting as well.
So
all right?
Yeah.
All right, man. See y'all at what we got, live at 5? Live at 5. Let me see you live at 5. We see what we come up with, man. We get real creative around.